These are the very best lists to target right now in your wholesaling real estate business. What's up, YouTube? This is Matthew here. In today's video, we're going to go over on Propstream how to drill into Propstream and find the very best list, the very best motivated seller list that you can target right now in your business. As you all know, the real estate market, the housing market operates on seasonality, right? So around this time during the year, the market is a little bit different compared to the fall and winter months, right? We already entered into the spring and summer months of the real estate market. Now we're in the middle of it. And so your targeting of your list is very important, right? You have to strategize in order to maximize the amount of money or amount of deals you get in your real estate market, in your real estate wholesaling business. So the only thing that I ask before I drill into my computer, show you all the different research I've done, so you don't have to do it. You can just take a note of the different lists that you need to target. Check my link down below for Propstream. With my link, you get a 7 free day trial using my link. It's a great software. I still have and use it in my real estate business or just to do research in general, whether you're a real estate agent, a wholesaler, or a real estate investor. Please be sure to check out the link down below to get that 7 free day trial. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is you see right here that the U.S. foreclosure activity sees spike in May of 2023. And this is one of the largest increases in foreclosures activity that we've seen since the start of the pandemic. So right here, it says that bank repossessions are up 7% from a month ago and up 14% from a year ago. So April compared to May, it's up 7%. And then May of this year compared to May of last year, it's up 14%. And so you're seeing more and more banks taking hold of these property, or you're just seeing more of this happening. And so people who have been in foreclosures or pre-foreclosures when the pandemic first hit, they had forbearance, meaning the government put a hold on a lot of banks taking hold of these properties, right? Now that we've been 3-4 years into this pandemic, or since the pandemic started, you're having a lot of these banks repossessing these properties, right? And so it's important to note that, right, that more and more people are in the pre-foreclosure stage. And so now that they have maybe more mails from the bank saying, hey, we're going to repossess this, or more knocks on their door. I don't even know if they knock on their door, but more of these alerts, you're going to have more motivated sellers in the pre-foreclosure. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here to Charlotte, North Carolina on Propstream. Just type in the city, and then you go to filters right here, and you go down, and they have a pre-foreclosure list. Now, there may not be much, honestly. So there's 143 properties that you can target in Charlotte, North Carolina. Another option is, of course, to go to your title company, see if they have any information. I don't know if you can have a connection with a bank that you can contact to get all of this information, but pre-foreclosures is a great list to target. The second list that I want to target is something interesting that I recently found on Propstream, but I've seen it before, but I never drilled into it until recently. So right here, so they have stats about Charlotte, North Carolina, right? And they have the price per square foot, and of course it's been rising and whatnot. And then they have average days on market. And so you can just pull this up right here, and it shows you all that stat. So let me actually clear up this pre-foreclosure, because that would change that. And so you see that right here. First of all, average days on market. And so the lower the amount, the more popular the demand is. And you see that 3 bedrooms are super popular. They fly off the shelf, right? People buy them so quickly. That's next, followed by two bedrooms, and then I would say 4 bedrooms, and then 1 bedroom, and then 5 bedroom. And then you see average monthly rent has been going up, right? So if you can get a property that's 3 bedrooms, right? And then on top of that, you can either flip it or hold as a rental. This is where you'll be for average monthly rent. And the reason why I'm showing you all this stat, or to drill into this part, is because you can actually cater your list according to the stats of your area. And so what I would do on Propstream, I will go into filters, and then I will go to property characteristics, right? And I want it to have a minimum of 3 bedrooms, right? Maybe I want a minimum of 2 baths also on top of that, right? And then we can drill into this even more. What else do they have? They just have listing trends, home for sale, average listing price is down around 356, right? And so you see that's the median sale price. So you don't want to necessarily target properties over this amount. So that's another thing that you can do right here. You can go to filters and you can go to valuation and equity, and you don't want the estimated or the assessed total value, estimated value, here it is, to be more than, let's say, $400,000, because you don't want to target $1 million properties, right? And then other things that you can do in property characteristics, you can make sure it's like single family or condo, multifamily, if you want to keep it over there. And then the other thing is looking at valuation and equity. I would go to estimated equity. You want some estimated equity in your property, right? Especially if you're wholesaling properties. And so, you know, if you're doing creative financing, yeah, go ahead and do that. But on Propstream, if you're just straight wholesaling, then you can just go here and put in at least 30%. You know, you want some equity in the property, right? And then let's see what else can we drill in from here to make us understand or to cater our list anymore. So they have sales trends, listing trend, average list square footage, last 30 days. Okay, you can go even further right here. You can do last year, last 6 months. So this is super interesting. But yeah, that's how I would cater my list. Now, obviously, I wouldn't go to do the whole Charlotte. Let's say I just drill into an area of Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, this seems like there are a lot of houses right here. So let's say if we want to just target this area by the Mint Museum, what you can do is you can drill into this draw icon. And what I would do, I would draw a line from here to here to here. Boom. And then I click search. And then from there, it'll search all the properties under those criterias, right? It's still a ton of properties, but you can drill in even more. You can put equity up. You can make it a vacant property, right? Occupancy status. Let's see vacant properties, 128, right? Non-owner occupied. Let's say you're looking for landlords. That's what I would do for this second list. So I think this list is important. Make sure you just use every part of Propstream because they have so much information and they're always updating. So once again, check out my link down below to get that 7 free day trial using my link. And then, yeah, so that's what I would do. Other stats that I like to look at is just looking at the overall market. So another thing is that zombie foreclosures keep increasing but remain a tiny presence around most of America. So as you all know, zombie properties are properties that are, number one, they're in either like a pre-foreclosure stage or foreclosure stage. And then on top of that, they're vacant. And so that's why they're called zombie properties. And so it did increase, but it's not a ton, right? But it says right here, released the second quarter 2023 vacant property and zombie foreclosure, showing that 1.3 million residential properties in the U.S. are vacant. Okay, cool. That represents 1.3% or 1 in 79 homes across the nation. So I think that's just vacant properties in general. Now, among those pre-foreclosure properties, 8,752 sit vacant as zombie foreclosures, right? Pre-foreclosure properties abandoned by owners. So it's a very small amount. Now, Propstream does have something here that you can like drill into zombie properties, and you can click it here. But usually there's not much properties, but it's always a good thing to do. Always check that list. So if I just go right here, and let's say let me see. Let's just go here and then go to zombie properties. You see, there's no results here, So it's something to consider if that's something that you want to do. But it's not necessary. Let's see another city. So I went to Nashville. Let's see if we see any zombie properties in Nashville. Are there any? None. Yeah, so this is a pretty tough list to target. One thing that you can do, you can go to pre-foreclosures right here. Well, Nashville is even less than Charlotte. And then let's say vacant. Okay, so look at what I did was I created my own zombie list. Instead of going to the quick list, I just did pre-foreclosure, and then on top of that I put vacant, and they showed me a list of 41 properties. So that's a very interesting list that you can target. So that's in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. All right, and then just in general, you all, I think just looking at the area and what's happening in the housing market, good resources I like to go to is just like, for example, Redfin. They have information about like new listings happening, home for sales, and you can see like Atlanta, like new listings is dropping down, but other areas like I seen Cincinnati, I think they're dropping too. I think nationwide, all new listings are dropping. So they are lower than what it was last year. But the medium sell price, for example, in Cincinnati is going up, right? Well, this is all Redfin areas. So if I put in that and I put there, and you can see medium sell price is higher, new listings lower. And so it's good to just see the information, like if you're virtually wholesaling, like which areas are doing well, which areas are appreciating still despite the slowdown in the economy. All right, you all, hope you all enjoyed this video on how to find the very best properties on Propstream, the best motivated sellers. If you all have any questions on the different lists I talked about, please comment down below. Make sure you check the link down below for Propstream to get your 7 free day trial. All right, talk to you all later.